All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of SDR-TV. Today is going to be one of my favorite things to do, and we're going to go ahead and do a tech stack review. So, it's a sales engagement platform, and for those who doesn't know, so what is a sales engagement platform? A sales engagement platform is your wingman, your email person that sends email on your behalf, and that's how we scale in sales development, right? You can't be sending email one by one at a time. I mean, that's how people start. That's how you get started. But imagine you get a list of 50 targeted accounts, right? Fuck that. Let's say you get 100, right? A list of 100 target accounts, and you do the first personalization. Let's say it's a 10-step cadence of email, and you do all personalization on the first one, and then you automate the rest. Let it do the email bump, value prop, whatever it is, call to action, whatever. And while that runs in the background, you let that run in the background as your assistant, your wingman, saying emails on your behalf, so that you can go ahead and focus on other important things, such as prospecting in terms of more personalization. Maybe you're sending out a second a wave of emails that's personal. And let's go ahead and start sharing my screen here. So let's give you 1 second. So where are we? Okay, here we go. Awesome. All right, so I'm doing a lot of trials right now, and I'd love to walk you guys through reviews too as well. So for the sales engagement platform right now, it's called Autoklose, and Autoklose, I actually kind of like it. There's some things that they can actually improve on, which we'll walk through in a few moments. But yeah, I like Autoklose, so it's not bad. So let's break it down right here. So let's see here. Where is Autoklose? So let's do some snippets real quick. So here we go. So let's bring up the website real quick and see what it looks like, right? Here we go. All right, so here we got, it's Autoklose. As you can see, they offer free trial too as well. The UI looks very awesome. So it has this cool rocket ship here, trusted by a lot of, there's all these words and stuff like that. So, Aaron Ross, cool guy. Love his book, Predictive Revenue. Let's just look at pricing real quick. So Autoklose, as you can see here, for the starter, if you want to go ahead and just take a stab at it, you're a small business owner and you just want to go ahead and just send out blast email, you're probably good for the starter package, $49.99 a month, right? Email campaigns, you can load up unlimited contacts and stuff like that. So this is Autoklose. Let's see what it looks like on the front end. Here we go. Okay, so here I am. So I signed up for the trial, and really right off the bat, just love the interface, the dashboard, the analytics. And I did a test email campaign within the 14-day trial. So I got a list of SDRs, throw like 200 SDRs in there, and did some market research, just asking for their feedback on their experience. So what? So let's do a walkthrough. So as you can see here on the top left-hand corner, we have is the symbol sign of Autoklose. It will automatically, once you enter and sign in, from the bottom, it will enter you with the dashboard. And the dashboard is pretty much what you would see when it comes to your whole daily open rates, your hourly open rates, top warmest leads, most click, and so to speak. As we can see here, moving to the right-hand corner, in under hourly open rates, there was 87 open at 12 p.m. and 72 open at 1 p.m., which they actually opened it right away because that's the time I set it to open too. So here we go. So on the far left-hand corner, we also have my team. And this is where if you have, a team under you, right, that's running specific campaigns, you can manage how their campaigns are doing when it comes to pending, in progress, and stuff like that. right under that we have is campaigns. So we click on campaigns, and this is where we can see where you have is the testing right here, market research. That's just the one I just testing for herself. Right below that is SDRs. This is the one that I actually did a live campaign test on. Testing drip, campaign drip, that's another story. On the left hand side, we have the templates too. So templates, you can actually just add in your specific templates on a dot that you can add into your campaign. So for instance, if we were to click on this one, this is the webinar Autoklose. Click on the preview, and it tells you what it is. Webinar invitation. Hi, blah, 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 and I'm your blah, blah. Would like to invite you to webinar. One sentence, low too far close. So let's move that. Or you want to add new templates, you can add templates here. Okay, you also have my team templates too, which is really cool. And if you guys are in a team, you guys share specific personas, you guys can actually create and make templates and share it to your team so that it's in all of their accounts too. There's also defaults. We're gonna click on reports. Okay. So reports is just pretty much your dashboard too, but in an easier view and by members. So let's say if you have like a team of 10 SDRs, so you're using Autoklose, then you can see all your 10 members too as well. Contacts is I believe these are the people that you have lined up in terms of contact information. Replies, again, this is just a little quick thing of more in-depth details of who replied at what time and how through email and when. Okay, we also have tags, which is very interesting. Now, I didn't dive too much into tags, but I believe it's like a hashtag where you can put a tag. No, let's find out. Tag color name, so testing. Let's see here, testing yellow, save tag. Let's see what that says. Okay, yeah, we'll figure it out some other time. But we also have integrations. So let's see what Autoklose integrates with. So as you can see right off the bat, they integrate with Pipedrive, which I believe is the CRM. Also with HubSpot, Salesflare, and other goodies too as well. Scrolling down, even Copper. So that's nice. But that's not important. What is important is the campaigns. So what I noticed about this is let's just click on the campaigns. So you know what, let's start a campaign. Here we go. So we'll click on start campaign, and the great thing about Autoklose where you walk through is when you start a campaign, it's pretty easy, right? You have the UI is step by step, the 4-step process, right? So we could go ahead and create a campaign. We're gonna go testing today 5-19-2020, and it gives you a starting date too. They get to choose when you want to go ahead and pick the date. Let's just say it's tomorrow. And the great thing about this is that it asks you for an email limit too. And I believe almost all sales engagement asks you for email limit now, just to protect your domain, because you don't want to send out too much where you'll start to be written off as spam. It also lets you go ahead and pick specific days. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For the most part, you want to do it ordinary hours, but the restriction about this is that there's no limit where you can just push go on the spot. You can't just push go during that step and let it process on the spot. So that's the restriction there, because you set the time. I mean, it's nice to set the date and time, but sometimes you really want to have that full control where you're just sitting on a Saturday or a Sunday night, you just push send rather than having to go back to the campaign itself and then changing that status and having to change the time too, which is more work than it is. So that's one thing they can a send now on demand is what I'm talking about. Okay, so next steps, choose recipients. This is really cool. It's a nice interface. You can go ahead and just click on upload CSV, drag your file in there, click next. So on step 3, this is creating either blank emails or with the templates. So if you're running a big team, this is a good way to go ahead and create your sales template down here, where to make it easier to go step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth, where they can easily just click on that. You can preview them too as well. So we can click preview. And if you want to use a template, you just click on use template. But this is just the ordinary templates that are set up for the campaign. So that being said, let's go back real quick here. So let's go step 3, because I don't want to use a template. I want to use the blank and create my own template. So let's just uncheck that. Marketing templates. These are other marketing templates that I have not checked out yet. Well, let's check that out, see what it says. Especially for your free trial. Oh, these are already made templates already. Like demo, hey, have to browse your website, day 1, day 3, day 4, okay, whatever. These are just all templates, right? Let's go with the blank. I'm a blank kind of guy. All right, so here we go. So the great thing I love about Autoklose is that whenever you're creating campaigns, it's really easy to do. You look at it, it's a nice interface. It's easy to create, right? And you have your signature right here that you set up, and it's really easy to do. So it's like a 1, 2, 3 step easy process, right? Anyone can do it. You can't really mess it up. And I'll create one that I actually did with the SDR testing just to show you guys. So the headline I did was I call it market research, and I used an arrow tab SDRs with an exclamation mark. And surprisingly, that actually had a pretty good open rates and replies rate. We're checking there too. So let's just go. Hi, Bob. And the thing I like about this is that the variable too. So the variables or the fields, right? We look at the variables and the fields. It's short, it's easy. It doesn't have a lot of stuff to pick from. It's just first name, last name, signature, subscribe, and shit like that. So it's good. So hey, first name. Here we go. We're doing a market research on SDRs, and we want to hear from you. Bam. And what I like to do here is to make it nice and a little bit more animated for their experience, and that will get them to respond more, is add a nice picture. And what I like about Autoklose is that when you upload a picture, you don't have to go and upload through a link. You don't have to copy and paste from the web. You can actually just upload it directly from your computer. So what that means to you, for me as a sales dev strategist, when I finally copy and paste something that's relevant, I use Snippet, and I use Snippet to copy and paste pictures. And here's one I found already that I'll call it say drag and drop. So let's just open the files, move over here to desktop. I call it process. So where is the process? Market research. Here we go. So here's one already. Bam, market research picture. But one thing that they can actually do to improve is to give you the ability to resize the picture. Because if you notice from this one, market research, I copy it from Snippet, I copy and paste the pane, I save on a desktop, and it's kind of big. I prefer a little bit smaller, because you imagine opening this on your phone, you don't want a big old picture just boom, pop you in the face, right? And that's something that you need to be be aware of. So market research, we want to hear from you, and just down here on the bottom. So has it been, how hard, let's just say this, it's been harder. So let's think of a question for him real quick. So hey, we're doing market research on SDRs, and we want to hear from you. A lot of people aren't responding to emails, but let's just say a lot of prospects are now, a lot more prospects, let's just say this, more prospects are willing to chat on the phone than before. How relevant is this to you? Yes. Okay, so let's just copy that, and signature, boom. Okay, so that is step 1. All right, so that looks good. You can even click on preview and see what that looks like. Hi, John. We're doing market research on SDRs. We want to hear from you. most prospects are willing to chat on the phone more than before. How relevant is this to you? Boom, with your signature. So if that looks good, we'll be like, okay, that looks good. You can even A/B test it. So A/B testing, actually, I haven't tried that yet, but it seems to me, okay, that's right. So A/B testing, it's actually creating 2 different ones for you to send out. So let's just go ahead and move that out of the way. So let's just delete that real quick, okay? Okay, so we got the first one. Now we're gonna add a follow-up email. Okay, so we're gonna, for the second email, we're gonna click on number 2. It's gonna pop up. It can actually send this as a new topic thread, or you can actually do it as a follow-up bump. Always follow-up bump, not all the time, but you know, insert, bam, first name, and I have a second picture to upload. So what has changed in your prospecting process? Yes. And click down there and click on the opening picture. So let me see here. I have process right here, which I'll just drop into. What has changed in your prospecting process? Boom, boom, boom. Looks good. Okay. And I want to go ahead and so let's click update sequence. Oh, actually, that just completed it. So let's just move back real quick here. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So on the left-hand side, customer part, we're going to go ahead and add another follow-up email, right? So what I really like about Autoklose is that when you're creating all these steps, let's just add more, right? You can actually drag and drop it to the specific one. So if you want to change it, right? See how you can change it? Yeah, you can actually change up and down. Now, that pretty much wraps it up for the campaign. It's email and email only. What sucks about this is that you can't add any other tasks. There's no more variable. There's no adding tasks like, okay, doing out for social touches for LinkedIn, Twitter, or sending a video through Vidyard, right? That's that. Another thing is, for phone calls, you can't add more. It's pretty much just a single channel only, if that makes sense. I guess for those who really want to utilize this, you could actually just create a specific, just all campaign for emails, blast away, and once they hit a specific step, then you would add in your LinkedIn or social on the side, but that's just doing on the side in the phone calls, but it's not going to be trackable with this. So that means you're going to have to track it yourself unless the solution you're using it integrates with it too as well. All right, so we're just going to click on update sequence, and I just want to share my campaign real quick here. So let's just close these out. So click back to Autoklose. So just click on dashboard, my campaigns. So let's do some reviews here. SDR progress. So here's what I have so far. I had 200 leads campaign, but with the free trial, they only send out 50 per day. So that's what I was limited to. As you can see here, we sent out 235 emails total. We had a 44% open rate, 7% click rate, and a 7% replied rate. Not bad, right? Short, easy, straight to the gut. 4 of it has engaged. And what I really love about Autoklose though, it's the user interface, right? It's the UI. It has great tech and feel and SaaS feel to it. I mean, SaaS is it's just a short-term word, right, for a software as a service, but we use it so much. We work for a tech company, we work for a SaaS company that really it sometimes gets misused as irrelevant for SaaS, for tech. Like I would say, yeah, this has a SaaS feel to it, and what I mean by that is it has that cool tech feel to it that we're used to seeing. Because if you're in tech like how we are, you browse all these solutions. Every time you go on the web page, it's always nice. It's animated. It has a nice, awesome user experience. There's drift on there. It's easy to click and easy to browse, even on the phone and off the phone. So that's what we mean by tech and SaaS. So click on emails. Okay. See what it looks at. Let's see email number 1. This is the same thing that we sent out. So we're going to click on recipients. This is the person that we sent it to. We're gonna click on the sent. This will show who sent it to. Opened. Okay, cool. Open rates, right? Got all these open rates. Clicked. This is where to click on your stuff. And a lot of it actually clicked on my checking out my LinkedIn and my YouTube channel and my podcast. I guess this guy reached it out, which is totally cool. And replied. So that's another cool, great thing too I like about Autoklose is to click. They show you who clicks on what, and it's actually listed on the side where you can. So you have someone you're trying to reach out, really like your TA, and they're clicking on your stuff a lot. You really want to go ahead and engage them with that too. And one great thing is, like, let's say if they too have a podcast, I'll reach out and say something like, hey Bob, it's Jackson here, and I noticed you have a podcast too. I actually just want to share mine too as well. Here's a few things I'm doing that's working for me, and I hope it'll work for you. What are your thoughts on that? So there we go, guys. But let's go ahead and check on the reports here and see what else we got. So buy campaigns in progress, looks good. And they tell you who your top 3 warmers is, most click, highest, and that's it, you guys. So that wraps it up for the review with Autoklose. So just a quick recap: Autoklose has a nice user interface, has a really cool tech and SaaS feel to it. It's really easy to create campaigns. Limitations that they can change on is adding manual tasks to add in. That's a big one too. So adding in manual tasks would be one thing, such as a phone call or social and email touches. That's number one. Another thing they can do too is that drag and drop pictures. So I love how you can drag and drop pictures into there and uploads on the spot. However, being able to adjust it to would truly make it a big game changer for those SDR and BDRs out there who are strategic and uses screenshots and stuff like that in their cadence and outbound outreaches. It's very powerful. It shows, because we're human beings, we are visual animals. We see things, right? And sometimes when you see a specific picture, it triggers specific things in your brain. And that's it. Thank you again, guys, for hopping on. This is Jackson, your host of One Up Sales Development Podcast and SDR-TV. This is officially our first tech stack review, and more to come later. Cheerios.